Oh, g'day guys, welcome back to Arthur's videos. Oh, what have I got, another doozy or a cracker of a video for you guys. I think this one here is going to be a bit of a mashup basically, because I got a couple of jobs come in and I said I'll make it as a mashup, you know what I mean, for you guys. But before I waffle on, you know what the old saying, yeah man, you need to get a yum chain to you, man. So there it is there's my sponsored cup here, you know, all the sponsors from Pinwiki, Jameson and Hound More coffees. There's the yum chain, it's nearly finishing, you know. So yep, cracking it in. Oh, don't you love hearing that sound when you're cracking the cork off it, you know, pouring it in there. Okay, there it is there. It's enough for today, you know. All right, so guys, I'm going to cheers. I definitely hit the spot for today. You can sort of see the jumper is off. The weather's getting good. My finger still looks like shit from there. See what happens with all the cracks in there? Yeah, man, you can stick it in your kulu, man. That's why it's like that still. Man, that's man hands, man. That's something's been handed around. So what's in the box, you can sort of see. But, yep, have I got what I've got? Okay, guy had reached out onto me. Here it is here, the vision and impaired sign. Somebody reached out on me. And he goes, said, yep, send it to me, put it in the box. So what he did listen to me. His ears weren't painted on. And he actually did send it out. So what have I got in the box? Okay, that came in. That's right. It's another Aristocrat board. It's a 2.5. Okay, and this is what it is. This one here is called Lucky Strike. And he sent it to me. He goes, man, my machines ain't working. It's got issues. I said, no worries, man. Okay, you can sort of see that the stickers have fallen off over time because the glue has gone. Basically, so there it is there. This is his version board. Have a look at all my other ones, man. Slightly different around here. This is a different type of board. So there's 3 types of these boards out there. Even around here is different. You can sort of see it. Dude, as I said to you guys, you want to learn and educate yourself. Because when I saw this, man, this is another board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to piss his battery off, change his RAM, put a non-volatile RAM in there. You don't have to worry. You can sort of see the battery. It's sort of bulging out. It's leaking. You can sort of see it. These are a GP brand. Okay, you can sort of see it's on its last legs and that. But good thing about it is it hasn't spit its guts out, so it's in good nick. This, okay. So I'm going to give it a bit of a goo wash. I'll remove the battery. Take out his RAM chip and that, put a sticker on his labels on his boards. But I just said, send it over to me, and that's it. So he did. So his ears weren't painted on, I said, you know. So I said, I'll get it done. I'll fix it all up. I'll put it back in the box and I'll shoot it back out to you, you know. So here's his, the daughter board for his program. I'll put some couple of stickers on there for it because, as I said, they're all falling off. It's in good nick. It hasn't been molested, basically, his board, you know, which is pretty good, you know. So at the same time, he also sent me his I/O board. Here's his I/O board. Have a geezer at that. And so yeah, so if you're going to do that, I'll wash it out for him. I have tested it out. They do work. Just that his program had corruption in there, you know. So there it is there. And when he got to me, I said to him, through my telephone, he actually gave me my number. He's a local guy. He's in New South Wales. And I started talking to him, trying to get it. I said, can you send me some more photos of your board and off your machine, basically? So he did. But the problem was, he sent me the photos on the side of on the cabinet. You have a look at my other videos, even that Excite cabinet, the other Aristocrat, the Mark 6. Check that out there. I'm talking about the 2 keys on the side of the machine. And what this poor bastard's got, what he's got, okay, he's got buttons on the side. Someone's put 2 little buttons on his side of his cabinet. And I said, dude, they need to go. They have to get ripped off. They are shit. You can't have that because I'm trying to dig up the image. Okay, where is it? Here's the image, okay? So there you go. This is the image on the phone that I got. You can see someone's put 2 little red buttons in there. Okay, you can't have that, man. You need the 2 keys in there because one is your audit and one is your reset, basically. So what happens is with the keys, here's a couple of barrels. I got plenty of barrels. I bought them. They're all key to like that I got. So what happens if when you go into the audit, you got to turn it on, then you turn the other key on. So you got to turn them on. Then you got to open the front door. Then once you reach into the front door, you've got to hold these 3 buttons down. These 3 buttons here, okay, to do the resetting. If you don't have the keys and the locks on there with the, yeah man, you're trying to promote your locks or something. No man. You need the locks. You've got to put it back to its original so you could turn it on, put it into its audit so you can see the audit. Go and check some of my other 2.5 videos and you'll see what I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah, I'm just holding a lock in my hand. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to solder that's my hiccup. Two wires on there. I'm going to solder it out. I'm going to give him something so he can solder it up. If he hasn't got a solder, he could do the old butcher side. He could sort of get the 2 pieces of wire and twist them all up, you know, the cowboy job. So back to what I'm saying to you. You always need the keys on the side of the cabinet, basically, because if you don't have that, you're going to cop it in the cooler, mate. You know what I mean? So, as I said, he's had it for years. He told me the story of it. He's just stoked. The guy just wants it up and running. Now, here's his, there's his cabinet inside. I'm going to hold it from the glare. Look at it. His I/O board, hang on, I'll zoom in there. His I/O board is hanging in the wind. Can you hang on? I'll zoom it over here. See his I/O board? Have a look at that, man. He's missing the mounting screws where it sits in there. He doesn't have a coin mech. Okay, let me zoom it back out again. It's almost hardwired. See all the cowboy work? So this is what people out there got no freaking clue what they do, you know what I mean? So yeah, sent me a couple of photos basically, you know what I mean? So all right, that's it with him. All right, so yeah, so get you know, as I said to you, but have I got another topic now? That was Aristocrat. But wait, because a lot of people ask me, goes, oh, what I talk about? Pinball machines. All right. As I said, I got a couple of jobs in this week. I said, mate, put them in the fucking box. Guy reached out to me and I said, just put it in. You ready for it? This here is a Williams board. Okay? This is a Williams driver board out of 85 series. Okay? Now, don't look at it now. I have actually Google washed this. Okay? I'll get to the point. I'm just showing you what it is. Okay, I've Google washed it. It was a piece of shit, absolute dog's breakfast and all this shit, you know what I mean? And as I said, there's a lot of people out there who are all fucking experts from PinWiki. They've got diplomas like I have and all this shit. I'm just slowly zooming around so you guys can sort of see it. Yeah, man, this is pretty clean, man. I can't believe it. And the guy who said it to me goes, oh, it's a bit of hacking. Okay, the topic what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Someone has done a repair job on this. I'm trying to see. So someone's trying to do the repair job on this. I've actually cleaned it. I've got to finish off cleaning this up. What's happening is someone's replaced the headers on this. Okay, I'll show you the headers soon. Okay, I'll just finish this off. You can all go, whoop, and you can play it back again. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to clean all the pads up. Okay, I'm going to repad it up. I've got a new housings. I'll show you what the housings are. And then I'm going to get some bloody wire and do track repairs with the wire. I will show you part 2 on this. I'll show you another how I've done my repair on this. This is how I do it. Okay, so don't forget this is out of a World Cup soccer. You know, Williams World Cup soccer or Bally World Cup soccer. I call them the same shit. You know, it's like some guy goes, "Yeah, man, my son only works on Bally and Williams pinball machine." Yeah, they're the same shit, dicks. Okay, see how all the veneers are going off this and that? Is because bad repair job plus the heat. So it's heated up and that. But don't worry about that because the tracks are underneath, okay? So I'll fix most of this up, but mainly it's underneath there because I've got a terminator where this is the lamp section driver. This is where the lamps are for your general illumination and all that. My terminator... Mate, I had to run wires to all the triacs and I had to run wires. It's a dog's breakfast. It looks like an octopus. Mate, the poor thing's made so much money there. So this is the lights for your general illumination section, basically. You know, this is what this section is. And there's a lot of people waffling on about, well, this is what you got to do, this, and this. Do whatever you want, man. As I said, I've unwrapped these out of boxes by the fucking shitloads, okay? We used to get them in boxes. I've worked on fucking heaps. What I've done is, I've pissed off the regulator and the bridge rectifier that someone's put in here. Yeah, man. What about the caps and all the other shit? Dude, I've got meters. What cap are you going to put in there? You know what I mean? This is a Nippon, okay? They haven't leaked. They've still got their tolerances. These are big boys, man. They're 15,000s, okay? I'm going to hold it there so you can sort of zoom in, and then I'll talk to you guys what I'm talking about. You know? So here, this is the header I've ripped out off the machine, okay? Someone's replaced it, and they put one of these fucking headers in, okay? Yeah, okay, but it's just what? It's missing the back plate, okay, the back, okay. So when you put the housing in, it locks in the locking location, okay. So and then his other one was this guy here, okay. See this? This is his other housing, okay. Hang on, there it is. There. You can sort of see it. It's gone yellowy, and all this shit. Basically, it's deteriorated. So I'm going to piss these white ones off, and I'm going to put. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black ones in. Okay, here's an example. I put these ones up because these hold more current in the plastic. The plastic doesn't go yellow and doesn't dry up. Okay, so that's the only difference between white and black. You know, so the black can handle more of the heat compared to the white guy. You know what I mean? So that's what's happened. If you have a look at the more newer pennies of the Williams, they've changed the housings over here. They've changed them over here to the black ones for the current, for the heat. Basically, it's only for heat. The pins are the same, man. So then what happens is, I've got a couple other housings to show you what happens over time. See this? This one here, I think this was out of a Data East, because it looks like Data East colours on there. And these come out on the Data East on the power supply. See what happens? That brown shit is because A, it's drawing current, okay, from the general illumination, and second of all, the plastic is shit, okay. This is a non-genuine, okay. It's a knockoff, okay. This is a knockoff. Because have a look at this. Here's another knockoff housing. And no, this is the real McCoy. This one, different housing, different. You could tell. I could tell by the housing. See what happens? That's a lot of current drawn out of the globes, basically, because they're on heat. So what happens is the pin inside is arcing, and when you got arcage and you got resistance, that's what happens. It becomes a thermostat, basically. It becomes a radiator. Oh, now we're talking car parts. So yeah, so it's heating up, basically. You could, cook a sausage on that, So that's what happens. So if you use quality, and don't forget, these plugs that I'm just showing you, they've been in pennies for who knows how many years ago. They were on 24 hours. So this is the guy, the Ridge rectifier that I pulled out of there. Okay, so I pissed him off. This is a 35 amp bridge, same one, but I'm going to drop in. I've got a lot of old stock of these guys. I bought them back in the day from out of the US. Okay, and these ones here. Oh, I just had a look at it. Hang on. Yeah, here's another example. Okay. See these? These are a spay type bridge rectifier. Data East uses them in their own stupid boards to put in there. But these are really good because these are wire legs. Okay, I'm trying to look and see if I can find another bridge next to me. So these are the wire ones. They're through holes, which are easy to repair. So if you got a good soldering iron with a 3mm, 1.6 mil head, you can suck it out nicely. But what I used to do with these, instead of butchering, I used to get the side cutters, and I used to go in from the side. So sometimes you need to go in from the side to do a job. You know what I mean? Because don't forget, you're on site, and I'm trying to find a pair of side cutters. You're on site. Basically, here we go. Here's my side cutters. Okay, so what do you do? Here's my side cutters. See these things? What I used to do, instead of butchering the bloody boards and even the Bally, I used to go into the side and cut the leg, and then fold it over, then cut the other legs. Then all I do is put a bit of solder on there, and you just go and you pull out the leg. That way you don't fuck up the board. But as I said, if you got good quality tools, you don't screw the boards up. Basically, this is for this Williams. So what I'm doing now is, over here is the regulator, okay? So I'm going to piss that regulator off, okay? And I'm going to put a current model one. I had one kicking around. I actually bought it. I can't find it. It's for my creatures. Okay, so this is the regulator. It's an LM323K, okay? It's old school regulator. It's because this section works as a linear power supply. So power comes in, goes to the bridge, goes to the capacitor, goes into the regulator, and then it gets regulated 5 volts out, the 5 volts out. Problem is, when you get a bit of fluctuation up and down, blah, 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 it fluctuates on the side. But the new ones, they're a couple of bucks, man. Yeah, they're not cheap. Dude, put it in your machine. If you got fluctuation, just piss these off. And by the way, there is a shitload of these copies. This is actually ST Thompson. There is a lot of copies of these out there. And if you open up the case inside, you pop the lid out, there's nothing in here. And you can tell by the weight. So don't forget, this here is 89, okay? So you do your mathematics, okay? It's done a lot of Ks and that. So I'm just want to order a couple of in. It's quicker for me to order another one and try to find where I'll put that other one. It's in a little box. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you when I finish this off, okay, what I've done with the heatsink and all that shit. So yeah, he sent it to me and I said, yeah, no worries, man, to send it over to you. So what I did is I Google watched it so I could actually see it, because this is full of caked up crap. But dude, they're bulletproof, these boards, unless no one has hacked them up, basically, you know what I mean? So that's this is that board. So he's also sent me his display board too. Here we go, mate. As I said, I don't normally talk about pennies. So he sent me this guy too, okay? And he goes, oh, the display's been playing up, blah, blah, blah. I said, no worries, bring it. I'll stick it into one of my pennies, one of my Williams. This display is used in a lot of pinball machines, basically. You know, I'm not going to waffle on, you know, Terminator, fucking, you know, what's his name, Creatures, Indies, Shadows and all that, World Cup, everything. You know, this is a common board. So what happens with this is, this section here, up top here, controls the information on your board. Okay, that's a RAM chip. Communicates, comes in here, displays it. This section down the bottom here, okay, is your high voltage section. You know, your 68 volts, your minus 116, plus 16, and minus 105, 108, whatever it is. Don't correct me, man. I haven't worked on a fucking penny for donkeys, you know what I mean? So I cleaned it all up. I'm going to check out his components. They're not bad. His board is not really cooked up, because I'm going to show you what cooking up is, you know. So basically this is the high voltage. What happens is why they got the heat strains into the PCB, because they mounted the fucking resistors, the 5-watt resistors, too close to the board, and it's heating the baker light on the fiberglass of your board. So that's what happens, basically. So when they do that, you're causing heat strains on your soldering, basically. So you're getting hot spots. So your soldering's having little cracks around there. You know, that's his World Cup. But where's my one? Oh, here it is here. Okay, this one here is my one. Okay, this one here is out of my Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones, man, what a great game, man. What a great game, Indiana Jones. Woo-hoo. Okay, now have a look at that. Okay, that's what you call pretty rooted. Okay, I've seen worse, where the actual the fiberglass has got a hole in it from the heat, actually cooked that out. So you check that out, and you check this guy out. You know, I'll put them side by side. You have a sticky nose. All right, check that out. You know, this is started, okay? That's beyond a joke. So what I've done with my one was, I ripped that out years ago, probably about 8 years ago. And I bought someone else's board that they've reproduced and I stuck it into my Indiana Jones so I could make a bit of coin out of it. So I didn't want to pay when I've actually repaired it. You can sort of see the repair jobs on there. I've changed the Zenas and all that shit, and I've lifted them all up. If you notice, I lifted up the resistor as well. You can sort of barely see it. I've lifted up the resistor off the ground. You know what I mean? Because, mate, that's 5 watt. That's heating up, man. That's a ceramic resistor. That is heating up, basically. You know what I mean? So that's what I've done with this. So I put another one in off camp. I've never thrown it out, but I'm reaching out to the boys and geeks. I said, I know someone else has made one. I said, guys, I'm going to send him this board tomorrow in the mail. Some other stuff there. I need some other secret stuff I need to get made. So you could sort of make, I'm going to ask if you could do the see what happens with monitors, the high voltage section, see if you could make another section off the board. That way, if your board is stuffed, all you could probably do is remove a couple of components, and you could have it as an add-on, like a daughter board. That way you don't have to go spend money on buying a whole board, basically, you know. So I'm going to throw it out there, see what he comes up with, fix up the tracks like he does really great jobs on the tracks, basically, on a lot of these boards that he's been doing is doing a lot of that stuff. So I'm going to send it out, see what he does. If he goes ahead with it, he goes ahead. If not, mate, as I said, I'm trying to tell new ideas for other people. But that's what happens with the components are heating up, man. So as I said, this other guy, I did Google wash him so I could sort of see it, to see if I could see the tracks and that. But at the same time, he's actually sent me his MPU board. That's his MPU board there. You can sort of see it. So what I'm going to do with this guy, I'm going to check his program, see if he's got the latest software, because if you've got the latest software, what happens is it gets the bugs out of there, you know. But the program, over time, they might have had a little bug here and there. So I'm going to piss his batteries off, you know, at least see what happened now. The Williams stuff here, what they've done is they actually put it on an expansion board. Hang on, there it is there. Well, don't worry about that now anymore. But what happens is they put it on there, because what they used to do, they used to have the stupid batteries like so, and they used to leak out. Yeah, man, they did, man. I remember that, man, when the batteries leaked out onto all the chips and all that stuff. Yeah, so they did that with an extension board, which was a great idea, you know what I mean? So I'm going to piss that off. I'm going to put a non-volatile RAM in there, suck him out, put a non-volatile RAM. I haven't cleaned it. I can see someone's done a bit of work on this board before, basically, you know. So, as I said, I haven't plugged it in for him into one of my pennies. So, I've got that on the jar. So, look, just send me your boards. I'll check them out for you. And that's it, basically, you know. But as I said, you know, I'm going now fucking into pinballs now, you know. But as I said, they know I'm fucking anal on what I do. I do take pride on what I do, and I don't do shortcuts. Because if you know what the old saying is, if you do a shortcut and all that, you know, you're going to... in the cooler, mate, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I do with that, basically, you know. But as I said, all right, it's not a bad repair job. You can sort of see it's not a bad repair job, basically, that someone's done. But I haven't spent time checking out, because this whoever did it put machine sockets in there, which I friggin' hate. Yeah, man, we've heard that before. So, yeah, that's it. This is, as I said, I've 2 repair jobs have come in this week. Okay, for friends of mine. This is a friend of mine that reached out to me and he goes, yeah, mate. I said, well, put them in the box, send it out to me, I'll do it for you. He goes, yeah, man, appreciate it. So there you go. So I'm just trying to fix up that board. I wanted to show you. I'll make another video on how I repaired that other board with a new little chip on board. I'll show you the volatile RAM and that. But it doesn't mean you have to go out and change all your batteries. But one thing I can keep telling you guys, make sure you keep an eye on the friggin' batteries, mate, you know, and this is Energizer crap. My audio mate told me years ago, he goes, stick with the Japanese brands. Okay, again, with Japanese girls and boys and whatever batteries, they don't leak. These shits, they leak. Duracells leak and all that. I'm not putting names, but they do friggin' leak. Keep an eye off your batteries. Always keep an eye out. They do leak, you know what I mean? And once it leaks, it's gonna drip, because it's in your back box. It's sitting like that. It'll drip onto your speaker, basically. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna drip much on the board because it sits like that. It will just drip past the headers like that. You'll pass the headers and that. But just keep an eye on any machine that you've got a battery in. Keep an eye on. It's like your smoke detectors. You know, you got to check them once a year to make sure everything is okay, and that's all. But like I say to you, you know, I've got 2 jobs now, but, you know, what I'm going to say is, on that note, thanks for watching another of my videos. If you like it, go down to the bottom there, give me the thumbs, you can give me the friggin' booty, whatever. As I said now, you know, the old passion, you know, the old saying is, you know, pinball machines, video games, and pokies is a passion. So this is a mix-up video, you know, pokies and pinballs, you know. So, as I said, I don't do many pennies because everyone out there does so many of them explaining crap, but I don't care. I just do it my way, you know. All right, guys, thanks again.